Today is 7th April, market opened with a gap and in the process broke the support at 3415, eventually down 18 points at 3404. Today gap down is actually a negative development. It actually momentarily take out this low here of 3399. Now, if there is a follow through on the downside breaking today's low of 3395, that will complete a double top formation, and this is generally bearish. Now, I mentioned in one of the earliest videos, usually after a deep retracement, we have an equally strong rally. Markets likely to be stuck in a trading range with a couple more swing, and the successive swing may get smaller. So market is likely to be choppy with both up and down swing. So we got to be very nimble to change tack anytime. Now we have a significant support at this level here, which is the low of this high volume bar, which is at 3350. So this level we like to actually watch. Resistance is still maintained at this level here, but it's not likely to test anytime soon unless there is a market moving catalyst. Now this swing itself is not uncommon. We have experienced that in the past. So this is what I'm referring to. So the swing gets smaller eventually and resolves through a breakup. Alright, and the break could be on the upside or the downside. Now let's take a look at the Brent crude. Now this is what happens to the Brent crude. In the previous sessions, it actually broke the lower channel line. Now if we stuck within the channel line, that will be generous stables. It's likely to continue trades above $100. But having broke the lower channel lines, trading currently at about 102, it doesn't augur well in general. Now usually we will expect a test of this lower channel lines, which is now a resistance. Now if it fails, then we expect Brent crude to continue to move downwards. Now this is the charts of the 10-year treasury yield. If you notice, actually it moved up very aggressively. Mentioned we have a resistance at 2.5, and it actually managed to actually tick it out and closing at this level here at about 2.609. Now despite very strong move here, we do not see the corresponding performance in our local bank stocks. In fact, it actually went down. We'll take a look later on. Let's take a look at the major US indices. This is S&P 500. Notice we have a gap downs. On the 40-week itself, if you notice, actually right now it's just hovering at the 40-week simple moving average. So this is something we like to watch. This resistance level appeared to be quite persistent. So this is again at about 4,600. If not able to break on the upside, we may see further downside. Now this is quite evident in the Nasdaq. Again, with the 40 weeks plotted, the 40 SMA appeared to be a very persistent resistance. And again, if you notice, they have tested on several occasions, but was not able to actually break through. Again, if we follow through on the downsides, we like to actually see whether the support level here can hold, and that is about 12,500. Now, usually, we would like to take a look at the Russells because weakness usually happens on the small cap stock first. If you take a look at the Russell 2000, the 40 weeks actually turned down, and there was an attempt before. Of course, this is a failed breakout. There was an attempt at this resistance level, was not able to break, and it actually fall on the downside. So this level at 1900 appeared to be a very significant support, and breaking these supports will not augur well for the market. Now let's take a look at the stocks we have been discussing, in particular Samudara. Now after our last videos itself, if notice actually stock trade a doji, which is a temporary hot with very low volume, and you actually break on the upside. Alright, broke this resistance level of 965 with an extra wide range bar. Now subsequent next fall by itself doesn't seem to be very convincing. If you notice, on 3 occasions here, in an attempt to try to actually make high, it did not close well. So this is a sign of fatigue. We may expect pullback. So mentioned before that $1 is a psychological resistance. It's important that this support right now can hold. So again, mentioned previously that it is a bit overextended, so we need to actually manage our position very closely. Now today is actually Thursday, we got one more day. If you notice, after the move up, it began to actually reject the high. This is a topping tail, generally bearish. And the stock we have been discussing is the hourglass. Stocks have very nice consolidation patterns here. And notice at this level here, there is a pullback, and again, very distinct drop in volume, and it was an attempt, and this is a more convincing breakout to the increased volume. Today trade inside bar generally okay. I'd like to see a follow through, eventually break above this high here of 244. Semco Industry. Now the stocks here actually has a very nice consolidation patterns and managed to break on an upside. That was just before, at about just before 12. They actually broke on the upside. And if you notice today, bars itself is a extra wide range bars, very high volume. Again, usually when you have a big bar like this, it's likely to actually pull back the next day, but whatever the case be is generally a positive development. If you have missed the trade, look for pullback here and look for setups to go long.